We'll do a really brief recap on the Thursday night game as we move through the weekly spread. Buffalo and Houston. I want to give credit to Foffman. He called this one. I was kind of on the fence, but you know what? At the end of the day, I fell Houston. I'm definitely surprised by this. Is Mills the real deal? Does Stroud need to be the backup? I don't know. Just what a weird game.
You're so crazy. How? What are you talking about? Don't be throwing that out there.
Have you not seen the socials? The socials got memes everywhere of Stroud calling Mills daddy.
Yeah, it's got to all be AI, or it's just crazy people, which
I mean,
a
truthfully,
lot of them.
truthfully, I agree. Stroud is better than him. I mean, that okay.
Yeah,
Stroud is better than Mills,
by a
but
million.
yeah, no, I agree. Um, the position is really not in question, but I will say that photo snapshot of the last few weeks we've seen Mills. I think his performance for Stroud's last three games has been better. I'm not saying he's a better quarterback, but I'm saying his performance has been better.
Yeah, yeah. I'll say the Texans have had an unbelievably tough schedule, and I think Davis Mills got to he did play one really really good team, but the other two games, what was it, Jacksonville and Tennessee,
Well, they
I
came they
think.
came from a huge deficit to beat Jacksonville, so that was impressive in itself.
Yeah, yep, yeah. If you guys watched our last show, I did kind of call this. Credit to Mark though, he ended up falling on him anyway, so it still counts the same. A win's a win.
Wins a win.
But yeah, I think the story is more Buffalo's lack of, if Josh Allen can't win you the ball game by himself, they have problems, and that they could have given up a lot more yards on the ground. And you just see, in the playoffs, how is Josh Allen going to be able to play hero ball 3 games in a row if you can't even do it in the regular season? But yeah, Houston's defenses, they're
They're good.
studs.
They're
I
good.
mean,
And
they're going to
as
keep them in every single game. If they're somehow, I think Jacksonville's got a better shot than they do to catch the Colts. But if they were somehow to get a home game in the playoffs, I think it would be a really, really tough out. Just because of that defense. I mean, they're elite for sure.
yep,
I don't know. What
couldn't
do you
agree.
think?
No, I mean I couldn't agree more. Houston's got an elite defense, and we kind of knew they were going to get after Josh Allen. Um, and that's kind of what I predicted. We hit the under on that too, right?
I believe so. Yeah,
Yeah. So the
just under
last
though. I think it was like 38 or something. It ended up at.
Yeah, the last episode, guys, I basically said, and I think this stays true for most of the games moving forward for Buffalo. If you're going to pick the under, you need to pick the opponent. Because if you want to think about it, if Buffalo's favored in a game, everyone's saying their offense is better. If the other team is winning, right, that means that they are shutting down Buffalo. And if they're shutting down Buffalo, Buffalo's not going to have a lot of points. And if the Bills were initially favored, that means their offense is probably not a high scoring offense. So I think anytime you feel pretty good about the under on a game or the opposing team spread, I think those two are married. The opposing
Yeah.
team spread and the under. Just food for
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah, and when we talk about player props later too, I mean that's kind of what you're trying to do when looking at that stuff as game script. Um, you want your bets to correlate. You don't want to bet on a defense and then have a running back on the opposing team because if one does well, the other. Not saying that you would do that, but just
Right.
as an analogy, those both can't really happen realistically. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I mean
not
that'd be like
impossible, but
that'd be like a lot of first time bettors they want to pick the over on everything. So if you want to go crazy and say your quarterback's going to get 500 passing yards, I wouldn't go crazy and say your running back's going to have 300 rush yards. It's just not going to happen. There's only so many possessions in a game. Honestly, I think that's all I have for that game. I'm ready to move on.
yeah.